When do we lead? Well, an obvious one is in a crisis or in an emergency, when something terrible happens, some kind of accident, somebody has to be a leader. Maybe you see a car accident, one person has to be the one who takes care of the people in the accident or who calls the emergency services. That's an opportunity and a time in which we can lead or be led. Also in project work, and this is whether it's at school or university or in a job, if you have a project, if you have a plan, maybe you need to work with a group of people and somebody has to lead, somebody has to make sure that everything is organized, everything is going to plan, that the goal is achieved, that the right resources are used, that everybody is contributed, everybody is involved, everybody is helping. That's another opportunity to lead. Another example is in a sports team. Maybe you play in a football team or in a hockey team or a swimming group. And usually there's a captain or somebody who is a leader of a sports group. And maybe the skills that you need to be the leader in a sports team are the same or different than somebody in a crisis or an emergency. That's something for you to think about and have your own opinion on. But I will share my ideas with you in a moment. We can also be a leader in a simple thing like planning a party or an event. Maybe you and your family or you and your friends or you and your team have to plan a trip, a school trip or a business trip. Somebody has to lead, somebody has to take charge of being organized. Same with an event, even if it's just in your family. Maybe you organize a wedding or a big birthday party. You have to organize the food, the clearing up, the communication. This is also a chance to lead. Maybe it's not the same as leading at work, but it's still a chance to use all of those things like communication skills, organizational skills, empathy, knowledge, problem solving. Yeah, I think these can also be leading situations. In a company or at work is the most obvious. Everywhere has a boss or a leader, but maybe you have seen already, if you are working, that not always the leader is the boss. Sometimes a leader can be someone the same level as you, but who has extra talent or extra knowledge or extra passion, and they are somebody that you follow and get excited about. So yeah, it's back to that quote at the beginning. It's not always a title, it's about what you do that can make you a leader. I think another place that we should talk about where people can be a leader is in a relationship with your friend or with your partner and within a family. Normally in families, there are different people leading in different situations. Maybe the father will lead a family through a crisis or when there's a health problem, but maybe the mother will lead the family when there's a financial problem or a problem at school. And maybe a brother will help if it's a problem with somebody bullying or a problem with a friend. There are lots of moments and situations in which we can be a leader with our friends, with our family as well. And then, of course, governments, all countries have some form of leader, whether that leader is a monarch, a king or a queen or an emperor or a shah or a sultan, or an elected person, be it president or prime minister. So yeah, there's so many different types of leadership, and sometimes the skills involved are the same or different. So for example, do you think the skills that make a great leader in government are the same as the skills that make a great leader in a family